For the longest time, I've tried different things when it comes to my natural hair. So basically, I'm around 7 years natural now, and my hair is not where it's supposed to be, of course. But I started this new length retention challenge, which was the best thing that I've ever done. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I was able to get to learn my hair. I understood so many different things when it comes to my hair, my scalp, and how I can make a difference. How did I start all this? Well, I was doing my hair every single time, checking YouTube content, TikTok, Instagram, and I'd see so many beautiful black women with long, fussy hair. And I'd find people saying that I'm 10 years natural, I'm 8 years natural, I'm 5 years natural. And I asked myself, oh my god, I've been 5 years natural yet my hair is still the same length. I've never seen my hair pass a certain length for such a very long time. But I decided, okay, let me try this new thing. So I started the hair growth challenge, which wasn't bad, but I was basically not doing anything. So what I was doing is I was just watering the plant, but then once the plant was growing, I ended up suffocating it and cutting it. Yeah, so I was not making a difference to my hair. After that discovery, which was amazing, I decided to check and see, okay, I realized that I do grow my hair. I grow my hair really well at a certain rate. At first, I thought that my hair was growing at maybe a quarter an inch a month, which was good. It's not bad. So I decided, okay, let me just try something else. So what is my problem? I checked and I discovered that the only problem I had was retaining my length because my hair was growing just fine. So what do I need to retain my length? I decided to start the length retention challenge, and that's where all this started. And it was not that easy because I realized that it's not easy to retain the length. Every single time I was trying to retain my length, my hair would break off. I tried mini twist, I tried braids, I tried everything. Until one day I decided, okay, let me just stop. Let me stop following these influencers. Let me stop following what people are doing and let me start doing my research and get to understand what I have on my head. I was doing my research online as well as checking my hair. So I decided to just see what my hair wants, see what my hair needs, and what I really need to do to grow my hair to retain that length. First things first, I noticed these creatures that have been coming to break my hair all the time, the single strand knots. So these were my problem since like forever. I hated them because if you get a single strand knot, you cannot do anything to that apart from clipping it off. So I decided to just cut my hair. It was basically trimming, but I did more than trimming. I decided to start over. I discovered that my ends are dry. They are very, very dry. So I needed to figure out a way on how to moisturize them and to keep them moisturized for a longer period of time, to avoid them drying, to avoid them splitting, and to avoid the single strand knots. Well, that's when I started this hydration routine. My main focus was to hydrate my hair, not really moisturize my hair, because moisturizing the hair is basically hydrating and locking in that hydration. So that's moisturizing. So my main focus was hydrating my hair. And since I figured out that my hair is low porosity, I needed to make sure that that hydration was penetrating into my hair shaft. So what did I do? I decided to start using heat from my steaming cup. So every single time I'm conditioning my hair, every single time I'm prepoing my hair, I would use my steaming cup, which was amazing because I started seeing great results. Another thing I discovered is when my hair is dry, when my hair is exposed to the sun for a longer period of time, it changes color. It has this brownish color. At first, I thought that that was my hair color, but it was not my hair color. It was just the UV and also my hair drying out. I decided to just figure out a way on how I'm going to make sure that I'm retaining my moisture for a longer period of time. And you can't just moisturize your hair today and expect it to stay moisturized for the next 1 week. You have to keep on moisturizing your hair. So what I decided to do was moisturizing my hair every 2 to 3 days, which was good. It was very effective because when it comes to my wash day routine, things changed. Like things got better because now my hair is moisturized. I'm washing a moisturized hair. I'm not washing dry hair. A mistake that I used to do was to allow my hair to dry out before washing it, and that is how I was breaking lots and lots of hair. So that was a mistake that I was doing for the longest time. I was doing for so many years, and I believe most of you still make the same mistake. Just because you know that you're washing your hair in 2 days does not mean that you should neglect your hair. I realized that I experienced lots of breakage during my wash day, and that is something that I needed to change. So another mistake that I was doing was not pre-pooing my hair. So at first I thought that, okay, why would I pre-poo my hair yet I'm going to shampoo everything out? It didn't make any sense to me. So one day I decided to start pre-pooing. I started pre-pooing using okra gel. I started using flaxseed gel, and then I started using oils. And to be honest, that was the most amazing thing that has ever happened to my hair. I don't even know the science behind pre-pooing, but what I know, what I can attest to is pre-pooing works, and pre-pooing has helped my hair in the most amazing way. It has helped me in retaining moisture, and it has helped me in retaining my length. I don't see lots of breakage in my bathroom floor. It has helped me, and it has changed my hair. Another thing I came to realize was when I put my hair in protective styles, I never used to do anything. I used to see protective styles as taking a break and not touching my hair, not doing anything to my hair, not even thinking about my hair. But turns out protective styles are not protective if you're not taking care of that hair that is in that protective style. I know it sounds complicated, but once you get the hang of this, it gets better and you get to enjoy your hair even when you're taking down the protective style. You get to see the amazing results, like you enjoy the growth, you enjoy the thickness that comes with that. So I decided to start doing my moisturizing routine on my protective styles. Well, yes, the protective styles are not going to last long because if you're moisturizing your protective styles, well, it's going to be frizzy and it's not going to last for a longer period of time. But my question is this: do you really want a hairstyle that will last long, and then once you take it down, you end up starting from where you began? Like you end up breaking your hair. What's the point of that? Well, what's the point of that? Because it does not make sense. So I decided to just sacrifice one thing. You need to sacrifice one thing. If you're not going to moisturize your hair, then you have to sacrifice the length of your hair, the health of your hair, and also the thickness of your hair. But here you sacrifice a protective style that is going to last longer. So maybe it's going to last you for just 3 weeks. But at least when you take that hair down, you're going to experience great health, you're going to have thickness, and you're going to have great length. So yeah, I decided to just choose between the two, which one do I want. So I decided to just focus more on moisturizing my hair. So that's another mistake that I used to do that I stopped. Another mistake that I did for the longest time was not hydrating my hair enough. I thought that moisturizing my hair meant applying oils, applying creams, applying butters, but turns out I was not doing anything to my hair. So what do you really need when it comes to hydration? Hydration is basically adding liquid to your hair. What I normally do is I make sure that I spritz my hair with water every single time. Even if I'm using a hydrating product, I am going to make sure that I'm spritzing my hair with that water and making sure that my hair is damp. Because if you're not going to do that, the creams, the butters, the oils that you're applying, they're not going to do anything to your hair. And your hair is going to be dry by tomorrow. So I make sure that I am adding water to that. And the best hydrator is water, literally. You can use rose water, you can use aloe vera juice, you can just use anything that is liquid that has water in it. So once I started hydrating my hair before applying any kind of oil, butter, or cream to my hair felt so amazing. First of all, it softens your hair. It makes your hair more manageable and it actually helps in retaining length. And if you have any kind of knots, it actually melts the knots off. So it has been amazing and it prevents breakage, of course. Another thing that I used to do that I don't do anymore was detangling my hair every single time. Well, I ended up breaking almost an inch of my hair every single time. So I stopped detangling my hair often. So the only time I detangle my hair is during wash day or when I'm moisturizing my hair. And what I do is I don't use a brush. Maybe one day I'm going to use a brush because I've seen this brush called Unbrush and I've heard so many people talking great things about it. So maybe I'm going to try that one day. I always use a white tooth comb, and before using that white tooth comb, I always make sure that I am finger detangling. Finger detangling is going to help with removing the knots in the safest way possible. Most of the times when I'm re-moisturizing my hair, I do not detangle using my comb. I just use my fingers to finger detangle. This way I'm able to remove the shaded hair and I'm able to remove the knots in the safest way possible. Another thing I used to do, another mistake that I used to do was detangling my hair while it's dry. I heard that wet hair is more fragile, so it means that if I detangle my hair when it's dry, then I'm not going to be breaking my hair as much. Well, that didn't go well because I ended up breaking my hair, lots and lots of hair. So this actually applies to straight hair and not curly hair. Not curly and coily hair. So if you have curly and coily hair, you need to detangle your hair while it's wet, while it has products in it. Because if you don't do that, it's going to break. Doing this on wet hair, especially for coily natural hair and curly natural hair, this helps in softening the hair shaft and it helps in preventing friction, which causes breakage. So that's something that I stopped doing, detangling and styling my hair while it's still dry. Till this day, I always make sure that I moisturize my hair, that I spritz my hair with a little bit of water before styling and before doing anything else to it. Another thing that I stopped doing was I stopped sleeping without a silk scarf or a satin scarf. You know, sometimes I'd get to bed, especially if I have braids. I used to feel like, okay, why do I need to put on a satin scarf when my hair is in protective styles? Well, you really need to cover your hair with a silk or satin scarf, or just get a silk or satin pillowcase. Because if you don't do that, all the moisture that is in your hair, it's going to be absorbed by your cotton pillowcases. And once I stopped this, everything became better. My hair can retain moisture for a longer period of time, which is a plus. And my hair looks better. My hair feels better. And to be honest, guys, I've seen great results when it comes to growing my hair, when it comes to retaining my length, and when it comes to retaining moisture. And that's it. Like, those are the things that I stopped doing. Those are the mistakes that I used to do that prevented me from growing my hair. And now currently I have seen great results from the routine that I use. And if you want to see the routine that I'm talking about, you can check the playlist. The reason why I created that playlist is because all the routines that I'm doing in those videos in that playlist, they are all the routines that have saved my hair from breakage and from dryness. And every time I go back to those videos to check, okay, so what was I doing before and what am I doing now? So what's the difference? What's really happening to my hair? Is there any improvement when it comes to my natural hair? Yeah, so those are the main things. And I hope that this was helpful. This is like my diary. I need to make sure that I am saving this up for future purposes because I need to understand each and every single day the mistakes that I'm making, the improvements that I've made, and what's working for my hair and what's not working for my hair. So if you found this video helpful, kindly like this video, and if you haven't yet, kindly subscribe to my channel and join me in the length retention challenge so that we can grow our natural hair together. I make sure that I share my entire journey with you guys and show you what I'm doing and what I'm not doing, the things that I've learned and the mistakes that I've made throughout this entire journey. My goal is to reach to waist length, and I believe that is possible, especially with the new things that I'm doing currently. So kindly just join me in this challenge and let's grow our natural hair together. So that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days.